Good. So cool. So I've been in the business for about 7-8 years. So we predominantly do, should we go to the next slide? Yeah. Cool. So we do residential homes, block management, commercial businesses, schools, factories, shops and sports clubs. The biggest one is obviously block management, which is a great kind of introduction for us. Obviously businesses, such as Lawrence's businesses, we've done. Both of his warehouses is quite good. Next slide. So we predominantly do intruder alarms, CCTV, monitored alarm systems, so it can be monitored or police response with key holder response. Intercom, so obviously it's good to view on your phone, so when you're out and about you can view who's outside, and access control to let people into your block, etc. Security lighting, obviously around your house, which is always a good security aspect, and also do ring doorbells for people as well, which is a good thing as well. Next slide, please. So these are some pictures we've got of old panel, new panel. Obviously this site, it was hanging off the wall. We went to site and upgraded the panel to a new system. Put up a bell box, do cameras as well, which is a good deterrence point. Next slide, please. So do home security. Research shows that a lot of burglaries look at bell boxes. So I went to a lot of properties recently. So the property on the left and right hand side both have bell boxes, but the middle property, which got burgled, didn't. So the main aspect of security in people's homes is to have a bell box, which is a deterrence point of view, especially if it flashes at the bottom, which means it's working alarm. Some security companies don't put in actual real bell boxes, which is they just put up decoys and just hope for the best, which isn't great. But next slide, please. So security systems, so we've gone, there's a diverse amount of security systems. The cameras nowadays have got colour day and night. There's some pictures in the top left hand corner, which is my house, which is a good kind of thing to see. People walking down the street, cars, etc., number plates. It's always good for car theft and stuff. To pick up people's faces. In the past few years it has convicted a few people and put them not in jail, but convicted them for that offence, which is always good to hear from customers and people in that sense. So yeah, you can view the CCTV wherever you are in the world, and play back footage, take recordings, send to the police, send to your insurance company, which is always good, especially for insurance purposes in that sense. Gives you a good peace of mind, essentially. So when you're away, you can always look at your CCTV on your phone, and it can be set up for motion alerts. So if someone did, let's say, walk on your driveway, or if I've come out in the morning, it sends me a push notification to say someone's come out or gone in. So it's always good to have that kind of thing in your head, just in case you've got a large gated compound and someone's walked into your driveway. It sends you alerts. It can also be set up CCTV with monitoring, so you can go to a monitoring station, and it can be set up with beams or again motion detection. So there's a monitoring station which operates 24/7, and they can give you a call or ring the police to alert someone. It can also be connected to speakers, the CCTV system. So if someone did walk onto your property, let's say late at night or 4 a.m, then it can alert people to get off, essentially. So so next slide, please. So alarm systems, it's the biggest thing. Our biggest thing really that we do at the moment is alarms, deterrence point of view, damage, theft. A lot of burglaries happen through the rear of the property, so bifolding doors or flat roofs. Now to stop these, you can have wireless beams on the flat roofs, which I've had on my flat roofs for a number of years, which it gives you again peace of mind. Or shock sensors, so if someone was to bang on the window or prise the window open, the alarm would essentially go off. So there's a number of things to alarm systems. So you can have it mobile app as well, which I'll go into in a bit more on the next slide, if that's all right. Next slide, yeah. So you've got obviously an app, obviously based, so you can turn the alarm on and off via your phone. So you've got full set, night set, perimeter set. You've got a dog set, so you could have the dog isolated in one room or 2 rooms, let's say. And then obviously you can have the rest of the alarm on. For example, perimeter set is a good feature to have. So you can have all the shock sensors on in the house, so all the upstairs windows on, and obviously you can walk around the house to have peace of mind. So if the wife's at home, you can at least have the alarm set, and if someone tried to break in, the alarm will go off and deter them. Also with obviously alarm systems, you've got panic alarms, which obviously if you press it, the alarm goes into full alarm. Again, if the wife's home or if you're at home, then the alarm will go off, which can be connected to a monitoring station or police. If you do press that, the police will come. They tend to come fairly quickly. One of the engineers, a customer pressed it a few weeks ago, and they came within about 1.5 to 2 minutes. It was in Hadleywood, which is quite good for the customer. Obviously it was an accident, of course, but it's good for peace of mind, and that's kind of the biggest thing in security, I think, in my eyes, is peace of mind. So yeah, next slide please. We also do intercoms. I was going on about it earlier. So we can replace obviously existing intercoms with like a 2-wire system, which is quite good. Obviously the latest technology we use is 2-wire. So if you've got an old like Bell system or Videx system, we can just replace that with a new like Hikvision intercom, which can be connected to your phone. So when the doorbell rings, obviously you can answer it, and also release the door if you've got like a strike, or we can obviously run a cable for the strike. So this site was in, I think it was E15, so we did it for a block of like 3-4 houses. So you got 1 at the front, 2 at the back, and obviously once the button's pressed for a certain flat, then the person can release the gate, and obviously you can go in. You've got a little fire access panel as well, so it's required for flats, new flats. So if you stick a key, firemen normally have a key which they can stick in and turn. It's a very expensive key to have, so that's why obviously we give like 1 or 2 to the customer. And next slide please. Access control. So a similar thing. Obviously you can let people in, and obviously you can have that security of being kind of shut in that sense. You've got like break glasses and push to exit, which can release the door in a state of emergency or fire. You've got proximity keypads, so you've got tags, card readers. We even do fingerprint and eye scanner, which I don't really go on too much, but we do that as well. In like central London, we've done a lot of customers which have done fingerprint readers, and they come in quite useful. Obviously we can always delete that finger off the system, which is good. And obviously the CCTV can interface with alarms as well, to basically set time to basically activate the sensors, which is a good thing to have, which is the CCTV interface. So yeah, next slide please. Security lighting. So if you've got an existing security light, we can replace it with a ring floodlight camera, which is a very good deterrent. Obviously you can view your house, as well as obviously if they come in a certain area, the light comes on, it sends you a push notification. You can have a 2-way conversation with that person, so say, get off my property. And then it's very good, it's very useful. Obviously if you've got a socket upstairs, obviously we could just drill out through the other side of the wall and obviously put up a security light. It's obviously a better, higher kind of security level than obviously just a standard light, because obviously you can view that area. It's quite popular with obviously just replacing a normal light for a new one. So yeah, that's it for that one. Next slide please. So we are hiring, so if you know anyone who's got any like 1 to 2 years experience, if you can send it my way, it'd be much appreciated. And yeah, that's it really. So